So here's the next problem. So in a bag, there are 7 red tickets and 3 green tickets. So you start off by drawing one ticket. Okay? If you draw a red ticket first, you discard the red ticket and put in 2 green tickets. But if you draw a green ticket first, you put in the green ticket back in and add a red and a green ticket. Then you draw a second ticket. Okay, so there's a lot of things that's going on here, and it's really easy to confuse all of this. So you have to take it one step at a time. So part A says, draw a tree diagram that displays a scenario. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start off by drawing everything that we know. So we're gonna draw our tree diagram. So we're gonna first draw this out, and then we're gonna have 2 other things occurring. Okay. So the first thing that you can get, so we're gonna be drawing. It seems like we're drawing. Whoops, we're drawing 2 different things separately. So we're first doing our first draw, and then we're doing our second draw. So it says here that you can have an option. So the first time that you draw first, okay, you get 1 ticket. So what are the 2 possibilities that you can get for this ticket? Well, you can either get a red. Okay, you can get a red ticket, or you can get a green ticket. Okay, and let me just go ahead and, instead of writing red and green, let me go ahead and just change it to just G for green, and then R for red. That way it's easier. Okay, so now in total, how many tickets do we have? Well, we have 7 red tickets and we have 3 green tickets, which is a total of 10. So that means for red, we have 7 out of 10. Okay, that's the probability of that occurring. And for green, we have 3 out of 10. Okay. All right, so that's our first draw. So you can think about this as my first draw. Okay, I draw that. Now, if I draw, a couple things occur. Okay, so in my second draw, let me just write it here. Now, my God, my second draw, I draw a second ticket, and the options haven't changed. I can still get a red, okay, or a green. And for the other guy, I can also still get a red or a green, okay? So the possibilities haven't changed at all, okay? They're still the same thing. The only thing that's different is that now the probability of it occurring is very different, okay? So you can still get red and green, but now the probabilities are completely different from what they were from the very beginning. Okay, so let's see. So let's start off with this guy first. Okay, so if I get a red first, so let's say if I get a red ticket first, let me erase this guy. So if you draw a red ticket first, okay, we're right there. You discard the red ticket. Okay, so we have 1 less. So how many do we have? We have 6 of them, okay? And put in 2 green tickets. So in the beginning, we had 10 tickets, okay? 10 tickets. Okay, so if I draw a red first, you discard the red ticket, okay? So I had 10 tickets, 7 were red, and 3 were green. Okay, that means I'm discarding 1 red ticket. Okay, I'm discarding it. Okay, I'm discarding it. So how many red tickets do I have? I have 6 red tickets now. Okay, and now I don't have 10, I now have 9. I have 9 tickets. Okay, all right, so I discarded the red ticket, and then what am I doing? I'm putting in 2 green tickets. Okay, so now with this green, I'm gonna add 2. That gives me 5 green now. Okay, so if I added 2, that means how many total tickets do I have? Now I have 11. Okay, so how many red do I have? I have 6 red out of 11. And then how many green do I have now? I have 5 green out of 11. Okay, if you need to continuously rewind this video over and over, you do it. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so now let's say we now have, or instead we got a green ticket. Okay, so we got a green instead. So if you draw a green ticket first, what do? You put in the green ticket back in and add a red and a green ticket. Okay, so let's see. So in the beginning, we had 10 tickets. Okay, 7 of them are red, and then 3 of them are green. Okay, so now what I'm doing is that if I drew a green first, what am I going to do? I'm going to put it back in. Okay, so I'm just going to put it back in. So I'm basically still stuck with the same thing. Okay, I still have 7 red, 3 green, 10 tickets. Okay, I put it back in. But then what else am I doing? But now I am adding a red and a green back in. So you get a +1 and you get a +1. So now I have 8 red and now I have 4 green. Okay, since I added 2 more, how many do I have now? I now have 12. Okay, so for red, I'm going to have 8 out of 12. And for green, I'm going to have 4 out of 12. Okay, so notice you do have to think a little bit about these problems so that you can keep track of all of these. Okay, all right, so now here's my tree diagram. Here is my amazing tree diagram that I just created that has all the possible probabilities. Okay, okay, so now here is my my next problem. So part B, we're going to use this tree diagram to just figure everything out because this was the hardest part. All right, so now what is the probability of drawing a red ticket first and a green ticket second? So first, probability of the first one being red and second being green. Okay, so the first one being red, what is that probability? Well, that's this guy, 7 out of 10. Okay, so I'm going to write 7 out of 10. Okay, now that we're in red, we're going to be along this branch. So what is the probability now that the second one is green? So here's green. Okay, that's 5 out of 11. Okay, so when I multiply this, I'm going to have 35 out of 110. Okay, and you can leave it like this if you'd like. 35 out of 110. Okay, so once we have the tree diagram, the calculations are really, really easy because you have this and this means multiplication, and then you're just multiplying everything out. Okay, part C, what is the probability of drawing a green ticket first and a green ticket second? Okay, so we're looking for the probability of the first one being green and also second one being green. Okay, so the probability of the first one being green, so here's the first one being green, that is just 3 out of 10. Now we are on this branch, so we're not going to exit. And the second one being green, okay, so the second one being green is right here, which is going to be what? 4 out of 12. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this out, and I'm going to get 12 out of 120. Okay, you can leave it like this if you'd like, or 1 out of 10. Okay, all right, and now the last problem, change that color. Okay, so we're looking for the probability of a green ticket first and a red ticket second. Probability of first one being green and second being red. Okay, so the probability of the first being green. Okay, so let's go back up. First being green is this guy, which is going to be 3 out of 10. Times a red ticket second, which is this guy. That's going to be 8 out of 12. Okay, so we're going to multiply this out. It's going to give us 24 over 120. Okay, and that is my final answer. Okay, so what's tricky about this problem is that there's a lot of things going on. Things are being put back, things are being put back in, but as long as you kind of keep track of it, you should be okay. One thing that you can do is you can actually just draw a little bag and then just put in 7 red tickets, 7 of them, then 3 of the green tickets, and then continuously pull them out. Imagine that you are the one doing it, and then count them that way. Okay, so that's basically how you do this problem. Feel free to watch it again if you still have any questions, or just reach out to me.